We are seeing new data on the support for President Biden and President-elect Donald Trump.
Emerson College released its latest poll showing voters' thoughts on the 2024 election and the incoming administration.
Queen City News reporter Savannah Rudiso joining us now with a closer look at this polling. Savannah, what are we finding?
Well, we were talking a little bit last hour about how President Trump's approval rating is going upwards as he's about to head into the White House. But Emerson College polls, they also asked voters a little bit more about next election. We're talking 2028. And a lot of people are saying that they felt pretty undecided, but there are some who say that by the next primary season come around, they have an idea of who they may like to see. Participants were given an open-ended question on the service about who they would potentially vote for, and 37% of Democrats surveyed said they would vote for Kamala Harris if she ran again. Gavin Newsom and Pete Buttigieg, they also had support, about 4% and 7% respectively. And then other names that voters threw out there were Gretchen Whitmer, Josh Shapiro, Michelle Obama, and Bernie Sanders. After Harris supporters, the largest group is the undecided, with 35% not ready to pick a primary winner. And the majority of Republican voters who responded to Emerson's poll, they're also undecided. Part of that is because of Trump's ineligibility for a third term. Now, 30% say that they would keep Vice President-elect J.D. Vance in the White House. And Ron DeSantis, he had number 2 as far as support goes, with 5% of that voter support. There was also Vivek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. also made that list. And this is important to note, especially when we're talking about surveys and pollings, that about a fourth of Republican respondents did say that they would like to see Donald Trump return to the White House in 2028. It was about 25% said that they would like to see that. But as the pollsters were conducting this, considering his ineligibility, they moved that into the undecided group.